Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Burd Bowl presented by Cody Burd. You are here watching this on JCTV. We've got a great one for you today. It's 410 Sprint Cars at Eldora. I'm Josh Copperell. I am joined by Ryan Samuelson. Ryan, how are you doing tonight?
Doing pretty good this late night. How are you doing?
Doing pretty good. Ready to see some dirt action here. We're used to seeing oval racing, so on asphalt at that. So this is going to be a little bit different, but I'm looking forward to it.
Me too, man. I'm looking forward to see these guys slipping, sliding around this track all night.
So Ryan, first of all, before we get into qualifying, I want to ask you, I know you've been doing some practice laps kind of leading up to this, get a little bit of feel for how the race is going to be. Tell me, these guys are from the Galaxy Truck Series and the Galaxy Cup Series, so what is different from driving these trucks or the Cup cars to now putting them behind the wheel of a 410 sprint car?
Well, essentially right now you're turning left to go right on the dirt. You have to set your car, you have to turn left to set your car through the corner, and you're steering the car right to get around the corner. And you're doing this continuously. If you're turning right in the trucks or the Cup cars, that's not a good sign.
Well, definitely should be a good one. You gotta really make sure to find the grip around there. The track's going to change all night. Well, let's see. We've got it's like 35 more seconds before qualifying starts, Ryan. Who's your pick to win tonight?
If Bryson Hicksaball is ever in a Galaxy event, I cannot help but not pick him.
I'm going to go with Mr. Cameron Caldwell. He's been proven to be really strong here in some practice laps. Dave Hughes Jr. is definitely one to watch out for as well. But I think Caldwell's going to be able to get it done. But you know what? Another guy to keep your eyes on is actually Kevin Steele. So a little bit of more background on that. There was a Triple Crown $200 bonus that if you won 3 off-season events, which was the Indy 500, the Burd Bowl, which is tonight, and another event that Bryson Hicksaball is going to be holding, which is going to be the 87 Cup Cars at Darlington. You can win all 3 of those races. It's $200. Kevin Steele, he won at Indy a couple weeks ago, so he's already won 1 leg of the Triple Crown. He's got 2 more to go.
Yeah, I believe he has a great night. Being around him in practice, he's consistently getting on the track. I didn't see much mistakes out of him. He was keeping consistent pace. I think I watched him do 20, 25 laps with ease, and you can definitely tell him with the practice times he's been putting the work in for this to try to get that Triple Crown, get that $200 bonus.
Yeah, and these cars are, such a handful as we've kind of touched base on. It's going to be very, very insane for some of these guys who aren't used to racing the sprint cars or on dirt for that matter. I've tried my hand at dirt racing before on a sim, and let's just say there's a reason I'm in the broadcast booth tonight, not out there with these guys.
Yeah, same here, Josh. I feel the exact same way. I was able to run some practice laps in the area. I felt pretty good the first 5 laps, and then the track started slicking up, and it just feels like you're driving on ice out there.
The track will be changing all night. The track is actually going to reset, though, over the course of each session. So right now we're in the qualifying session. You see here Bryson Hicksaball is so far the man on top. It's going to be changing a little bit. Track will get more grip at the start of each session. The heats and the main races and the features. Right now, not a ton of action going on track. We've got Dave Hughes Jr. on track. his qualifying laps. Kind of running the middle right now. It's where he feels the best grip is, it looks like. It's coming out of turn 4. That's only going to put him at 16th place out of 17 that have made a time so far. Let's see if he's able to improve. Doesn't look like it. We've only got one car on track. He's just getting out of the pits. That's the number 18 of Jonathan Delaney. Right here is his get up to speed lap. Almost hitting the wall there, coming across the start finish line. He's really running the high line there. Entering turn 3, off turn 4. And that's going to put him at 17th. 14.095. And he improves his position by 2 spots with a 13.888.
Some great looking cars out here. Who do you think's got the best looking sprint car so far out here?
You know, I'm not too sure. Not really gotten too much of a chance to look at them, but there are some good ones, that's for sure. I think Delaney here is just getting a couple hot laps in. He's kind of running from the top to the middle lanes here in qualifying. And he did hit the wall there. Alright, well, qualifying is complete. That put Bryson Hicksonball on the pole. So we're going to get started with heat number 1.
Josh, why don't you explain how this whole heat system works for us and these races? It's not a system we're accustomed to using in the Cup Series. We just qualify, then grid and race. We're not used to. We don't at all qualify and do two heat races right before our race, do we?
No, we don't. That is not something that we are used to at all. So, how the heats work? There's going to be these are going to be 10-lap heat races. 5 drivers out of these heats are going to qualify into the main event. Then we go immediately from the heats to the B main for those drivers that didn't make it into the main event. They're going to race in the B main. Top 4 from there will advance into the feature. A little bit to get used to. A little bit different system than what you and I are used to seeing.
So we got Bryce Hoffman starring on the pole for this first heat race. I don't know what happened. I thought Bryson had the faster time there.
Yeah, it looks like there was an invert, and I actually see Tim Rail on the pole in the number 37 machine. With
You're right.
Cameron Caldwell to his outside. Now, I'll tell you what, though, speaking of schemes, going back to schemes there, Ryan, that number 24 Exalta 410 sprint car, call me a little biased as a big Jeff Gordon fan, but I think that right there just wins best looking paint scheme of the night. But there are a lot of good ones around them right now.
Yeah, they got some. I like the 14 the 14 sprint car over there. I like of Bryce Hoffman. I like the Buffalo Wild Wings thing. I know it's a reference to a current sprint car that's out there that races on in real life. I don't have an exact name for that of the driver who it's representing.
I can't give you the answer to that either. Got a little blip view going on here. This is going to be exciting. 10 laps for this first heat. The pace truck pulls in.
And off they go.
Green. 3 wide already behind them.
Kevin Steele already in the wall. Battle for the lead continues up front as Kevin Steele tries to rebound from hitting the wall in the first turn. Bryce hits ball making moves into turn 1.
I think Bryson actually may have gotten a little lick of the wall on the first lap as well, but it didn't hurt him as bad as Kevin Steele hitting the wall there. Kevin now trying to rebound. We've got 9 cars in this heat race. Kevin's trying
we got Ryan Benfield putting the pressure on Tim Rill up on his inside as they come out of and they come into 3 and out of 4. Cam Caldwell right behind them, waiting for them to make a mistake.
Tim is doing a really good job on the outside. He may have gotten a little loose off turn 2, but it didn't seem like it slowed him down any. Here comes Caldwell, though, really sneaking his way into the picture. He's underneath Tim. They made contact.
Ooh, contact.
Tim
Rill dives to the inside of Benfield, and they make contact again. Bump and bang over here. Ooh.
Oh, around goes Adam Benfield.
And Benfield was taken out.
Caldwell got hit there. Caldwell on his side. Bryson Hicksonball's the biggest winner out of all this, going to P2. More contact.
Kevin Steele takes out the 14.
There is so much action going on, we can't even catch all of it. Meanwhile, Tim Rail, he's the current leader. 2 laps to go, going into turn 3, coming to the white flag. And Bryson Hicksonball, he's on his way to being on the bumper up Tim Rail.
Do you think he get there? He might get there if he dives into 3. If he dives into 3 here and pulls a slide job here like this, I think he might get there. Contact. They make contact. Who is it to the line? It's Tim Rail.
Wow. So,
cars on their side of the roof.
Let's get a quick rundown. Tim Reel, Bryson Hicksonball, Brandon Pierce, Kevin Steele, John Delaney, Dave Fuchs Jr., Cameron Caldwell, Bryce Hoffman, and Adam Benefield is the final results of Heat 1. Wow. If that's
that was intense.
If that's any indication on how the rest of the night's going to go, we're in for a wild one. And these guys don't have fast repairs either. So it's going to be tough to really keep the car clean, as in not have any damage. Here we are. We're already starting the second heat. Looks like we've got Matthew Gaskin's going to lead us to the green flag on this one.
Who do you think you got in this heat?
Oh, I don't know. I'm looking around. I see. This is going to be a tough one.
I'm looking at the 25 sprint car we got there. Alonso Chicano, really fast in practice. I think for a 10-lap shootout, I think he might get this.
Yeah, I have to agree. My heart was kind of leaning towards him. He is the Galaxy Truck Series champion. Let's see if any of that momentum from winning that championship can shift on over into this race here. Pace truck is making its way in, and we are green.
Ooh, Cody Burd already in the wall. Cody Burd is on is flipping on the turn 2 and 3. 1 and 2, my apologies.
Wow, that did not take long for Cody Burd to be on his side. Meanwhile,
Jimmy Casarella's has a good lead while they're battling for second behind him. They battle for second behind them.
Oh, and Gaskin's in the wall. He's on his side. He's going to be spinning. He lands on his wheels.
Brett Bennett takes over. Ooh. Brett Bennett takes over second. Ryan McDaniel. And it's Jimmy Casarella's by what feels like a mile at this track. Ahead by second place by over a second right now.
And Jimmy Casarella's, you put that man in any machine that has 4 wheels and a motor, and he is going to wheel it and compete for wins. Jimmy Casarella's,
from the Truck Series to the Cup Series, even the iRock Series, he narrowly lost last night. An impressive race at Michigan with the Cadillac.
Yeah, that was. I didn't see it, but the pictures of it. I mean, Casarella's it looked like he was lost in a dead tie. But here he is. He has a big advantage over the rest of the field. 2 laps to go for Jimmy Casarella's.
No competition whatsoever in sight.
Off turn 4. White flag is out on this second heat. Jimmy Casarella's, he has nobody in tow behind him. He's going to be off turn 4, and he is going to win second heat.
Wow, that was exciting. Again, man, this is what's going to be all night. This should be a fantastic main feature that we're going to have coming up.
Yeah, should be a really good one. So unfortunately, I don't have the final results on that one. The telemetry switched over really quickly, but right now we are in a warm-up process. It's just a very, very quick warm-up or another practice session, if you will. The checkered flag for it is already waving.
I mean, you did say a very quick practice session. With an invert of the top 12, it will have Ryan McDaniel starting in the pole position for the main feature.
Yeah, and Ryan McDaniel, he's a Galaxy Truck Series driver, and he's shown his speed down in the trucks, which you can catch our past broadcasts right here on JCTV. But Ryan McDaniel, he's been strong in the races. So our rundown, starting on the pole, is going to be Ryan McDaniel. Second, Dave Fuchs Jr. Third, Preston McRae. Fourth, Jonathan Dulaney. Fifth, Chad Edwards. Sixth, Man of Steel, Kevin Steele. Seventh, Brett Bennett. Eighth, Brandon Pierce. Ninth, Alonzo Chicano. 10th is going to be Bryson Hicksonball, your pick to win. 11th is going to be Jimmy Casarella's. 12th, Tim Rail. 13th, my pick to win, Cameron Caldwell. 14th, Randy Drumhiller. 15th, Bryce Hoffman. 16th, Matthew Gaskin. 17th, Mr. Adam Benefiel. And 18th, Mr. Cody Burd, the guy that is putting on this show for us. This is going to be a 25-lap race. Yeah, with the invert, Ryan, this is going to make things wild. You've got the faster guys now kind of in the middle towards the back, and the guys who didn't run so well in their heats up front.
Yeah, this is going to make it fairly interesting, seeing how hard the guys that are being forced in the back to the invert are going to push, and once the laps line down, the track starts to rubber up and starts to get more slick. How those guys that are already in front are going to react, and green we are.
Flag is out already. Craziness towards the middle. But it was actually a cleaner start than our other heats. Battle for the lead. Starting to heat up. Chad Edwards and Ryan McDaniel side by side for the race lead with John Dulaney. He's coming in tow. We've got
caution out.
And
with these,
Gaskins,
go ahead.
I believe Bryce Hoffman. Let's take
Bryce Hoffman involved. That's where it started.
What happened? Well, it looks like 14 of Bryce Hoffman.
He got in the back of.
Go ahead.
He looks like he got in the back of the 38. It touched him a little bit, and then got hit from the 13 behind, and some spinning.
Yeah, and that caused, looks like a flip, and then there was another incident just past that. So, that
Matthew Gaskins and Cody Burd.
Alright, so caution laps do not count. So while these guys are under caution, it's just going to stay where we were. 3 laps complete, 23 laps to go. There is 1 to green. Guys have lined up double file. Pace truck is pulling in. Leader Ryan McDaniel, he goes early. Oh, he gets loose. New leader Chad Edwards. Ryan McDaniel's gonna hit the wall just barely, more like a brush to the wall, but he went from first all the way down to looks like 7th place. He lost a lot of spots there.
Look at who's in second now, Jonathan Delaney. Someone who's I always had not much confidence in his ability to race this track. And he's up there in second right now. We'll see how long this lasts, but I think for him, for his probably his expectations coming in tonight, second with. And the L in this race is probably a. Oh, we have another caution out.
Another caution, and it looks like the number 8 was involved of Ryan McDaniel. He's on his side. He's trying to get that thing back up. He might just have to take a tow to pit road here. Let's take a look at what happened. Oh. Kind of the same thing that started last wreck.
And Bryson Hicksmall got involved on that. Unfortunately, my pick got some damage from that.
Bryson involved. Chad Edwards, the 38 as well. of Brandon Pierce involved in that. Take a look one more time here. McDaniel just got into Pierce, and Bryson Nixonball kind of plowed into them. Looks like actually Preston McRae just flipped him at the end there. I missed that at first. We get back to live coverage here.
Looks like we're at 1 the green.
And I do want to point out 2 of the drivers. So I was talking about Caldwell and how he's been really good here in these couple practice sessions that we've had. Dave Few Jr. has also been really good, and they're both in the 2nd row. Dave in the 17th, Caldwell in the 12th. Green flag back in the air. Great restart by Chad Edwards. And Dave is trying to get 2nd. Dulaney's actually going to take it. And Caldwell is trying to get around Dave on the outside. They're 3 wide back there. Caldwell is able to clear them. And he's now going to be side by side with Dave. Huge. John Dulaney not leaving very much room for error there for Dave Hughes Jr.
Right now, Chad Edwards is loving this battle right behind him. Everyone else is pushing and pushing, trying to get to him. All he has to do is just run his line. Ooh, contact was with the 25 and Jimmy Costarellis as Jimmy sneaks on right by.
Looking at the blimp view right here, we got a lot of action on the track from this view. Caldwell, he's trying to chase down John Dulaney. In the back, it looks like Dave Hughes Jr. got a little loose. That's going to open up the door for Jimmy Costarellos to take a wide entry onto the outside. Cameron Caldwell, though, taking over 2nd place from John Dulaney. John trying the slide job. He's not able to get it. He's still fighting on that outside. Now, Caldwell with the crossover move. Caldwell clears Dulaney. He's now going to be in P2 as Jimmy Costarellos is taking advantage of that. And he's going to slide up in front of Dulaney. Dulaney didn't try a crossover move immediately, but looks like Kevin Steele around in the back. That's going to bring out a caution.
That is not what Chad Edwards wanted to see here. He wanted this thing to go to green as long because he was seeing Caldwell and Costarellos approaching his mirror. They started to pick up. They closed the gap from a half-second gap to around 3/10 in just a couple laps when they got by Delaney.
We have 2 separate incidents here. Kevin Steele just kind of went around, and it looks like number 37 of, I believe that was Tim Rail? Yes, Tim Rail also hit the outside wall, flipping, and I'm thinking once again Preston McRae may have caught Tim Rail there, but let's take a look at Preston's machine. Doesn't look like he's got any damage.
Yeah, we had 2 sprints. Kevin Steele lost it off the XF2, and so did Brett Bennett, who lost it and ran along the side of the guardrail.
That was Tim Rail on the guard.
My apologies, Tim Rail.
So we are at 1 to green. 15 laps have been completed. We're going to go green with 10 laps to go. Okay, Caldwell is in 2nd. He is slowly making his way up to the front. Pace truck is in. Edwards goes early. A great restart by Caldwell. Or, excuse me, Costarellos. Caldwell now trying to cross over on Costarellos. Here comes Dulaney, though, all the way up top. They're going to be 3 wide.
3 wide on the front. Look at that move. Ooh, look at that move from Delaney. That was an amazing move.
Caution is out from for Dave Fuge Jr. And I think Delaney got to P2 before that caution came out, so the biggest beneficiary of that is Delaney. Let's go ahead and take a look at what happened to bring the caution out. Oh my, Alonso Chicano and Dave Fuge Jr. just tangled there. Let's get another view at it. Dave Fuge ran way low. He just kind of slid right up in front of Alonso Chicano. Alonso has heavy damage to his sprint car.
I can't help but rewatching that move by Delaney there. It was all the way up by the wall, possibly was an inch away from being in the wall, just ducked straight down, made it 3 wide across on the front stretch, and slid up in front of the 2, and got the second place right when the caution came out.
Let's take a look right here on the replay. He almost got into Chad Edwards too there. It was great awareness, and the caution just came out at the right time for him to keep P2. Bringing us back to the live picture here. So for this restart, it's going to be Chad Edwards, John Delaney, Cameron Caldwell, Jimmy Costarellis, and Brett Bennett, the top 5. And Alonso Chicano, he's going to be in 6th with a damaged sprint car. I'm not sure how he is up there with all that damage. Here we go. Pace truck is coming in. Chad Edwards once again with an early jump. Cameron Caldwell.
John Delaney in the outside wall.
Wow.
The Costarellis also got some damage from a separate incident. He went to the wall.
John Delaney just went for a ride.
He went for a ride. He was flipping more than airplane propellers right there, man.
See anything that happened to Costarellis there. Let's see here. Delaney, he had to make an aggressive move as... oh, actually, you know what? I think I saw the contact there with Costarellis. So, Delaney had to make a crazy move to dodge Caldwell there. He hits the wall. Flips. Caldwell's trying to save his car. And there's the contact with Costarellis. Costarellis. Oh, he hit the wall pretty good. It was on the side. I'm not sure how much that's going to affect the car.
I do not know how Delaney has a functional car after that. I mean, he doesn't have a front wing, but his car's going. His car's moving.
Yeah, that is a lot of damage to his car for John Delaney. So these guys are going to do a single file restart. So we got a caution so close to another caution when we went green. So pace truck is in. Chad Edwards doesn't jump so early. Caldwell with a great restart. New leader is
Jimmy Costarellis right on the outside of here. Oh, here comes Costarellis. Caution's out again.
Caution is out. John Delaney might have been the one to bring that out there. Oh, him and I believe that was Matthew Gaskins. Just he got into the back of Matthew Gaskins, and that spun him around. So another caution for John Delaney.
I believe Costarellis and Caldwell might not be the happiest with each other right now. Seen a couple times where they've made contact, and on the pace laps it hasn't been, by the car language and way, it hasn't been looked quite pleasant from either of them.
It's going to be interesting to see if anything transpires through the rest of this race. We've completed, well, we are on lap 19 of 25. Going to restart with 6 to go. This is our 6th caution.
And you can definitely see it. The track is slickened up even after 19 laps. Also pace laps. They may not count in the race, but they sure count with the rubber coming down from them pace laps. And they're doing 2 to 3 pace laps at a time. Here we go, going green here.
Back in the air. Chad Edwards with an early jump this time, but it didn't fool Caldwell at all. Caldwell is going to take the lead. Edwards around. Edwards hits the inside wall. Caution is going to come back out once again.
Got clipped by the rear end of Caldwell there.
Caldwell was on the inside, and it looks like some netcode involved, but Caldwell, he did drive it deep in there, and there was contact. That sent Chad Edwards around. This has become crazy here towards the end of this race.
We're gonna restart with 5 laps to go here in this wild race.
Yeah, this is gonna be a crazy 5 laps to finish this race out. Once again, still gonna be single file. These guys, they just keep bringing out cautions. Caldwell, he had a lot of confidence coming into this race, and it's showing here. He's going to have a strong Jimmy Costarellos on his rear. As pace car pulls in, pace truck rather, Caldwell with a great restart. 5 laps to go. Caldwell with a big advantage over Jimmy Costarellos. Caldwell up high. Costarellos runs low. Caldwell still with the advantage in the lead. 4 laps to go now. So far, coming to 3 laps.
Caution's out.
And it is going to be Kevin Steele. It's like him and the number 13. Brett Bennett made some contact there. Kevin Steele went around.
It's like he and the 13 just got tangled up there, and they both got together, and Kevin went into the inside wall off of 3.
Just some more hard racing going on there.
And Delaney around also on turn 4.
He's got a messed up sprint car, does Delaney. But again, no fast repairs, and it looks like these cars, they can really take a beating.
Gonna go green with, I believe, 3 laps to go.
It will be 3 laps to go. Here we go. Pace truck is in. Costarellos wanting to go. he hit Caldwell there. Caldwell then got on the loud pedal. Costarellos not far away from Caldwell. Caldwell might have gotten a little loose off turn 2. Costarellos driving it in hard in 3. He's going to make the slide job. They make contact. Costarellos up and over Caldwell. Caldwell just barely clipped the wall. I'm not sure how that's going to play out and who's going to have what position. Costarellos has no front wing. Caldwell still does, and he's got a bunch of cars around him that don't. I think this is going to play in favor of Caldwell with 2 laps to go in this race, and a lot of drivers around him that don't even have a front wing.
Cam Caldwell has been disqualified from the race.
Interesting turn of events there.
So Alonso Chicano is in the lead. That leaves Alonso Chicano followed by Brett Bennett and Preston McRae as your top 3.
Some craziness there on that caution. And Alonso, he doesn't have a front wing here. I'm not sure. I'm not very knowledged on how these cars run with damage, but I gotta imagine without that front wing, that's really going to hurt Chicano. I mean, he's not had that front wing for most of this race, and he's still been running pretty good, but with just a couple laps to go, I'm wondering if Brett Bennett or Preston McRae, who's in 3rd there, is going to be able to have a say in this.
So we're going to go green here. Green, one lap to go. Chicano off of the front stretch.
White flag is out. Here comes Brett
Here comes Brett Bennett.
Chicano just needs to hold him off for 1 lap. He's not going to be able to do so. That opens up the door. Preston McRae, but it's going to be Chicano.
Wow.
Let's take a look and see what happened there. Chicano. Wow. And they came close there. Chicano and Preston McRae.
Wow. We had some last 2 laps.
Yeah, what a finish there.
Wow.
Well, let's see if we can bring in Alonso Chicano.
We're getting here right now. I don't know exactly where he went.
I got him. Alonso Chicano, do you have a copy?
My bad.
Alonso Chicano, this is Josh Coppenol in the JCTV booth. Do you have a copy?
He's muted.
His mic is muted. Let's see if he can get that fixed. In the meantime, let's go ahead and see about bringing in our 2nd place runner, Preston McRae. Hey Preston, it's Josh in the JCTV booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Well, you got 2nd place there. It was pretty close. Did you you might have anything for Alonso there at the end?
No, not that I think of. I saw those two get together, and I just gunned up and hoped for the best. And me and Alonso almost touched too, so it was pretty exciting.
Yeah,
What were your? Go ahead.
I was just gonna say that was a crazy finish. I thought you were going to get him myself, but you kind of ran towards the middle of the pack all race. Was that really just kind of strategy, seeing letting things play out, or what was that?
I I just tried to play it safe. Like, I let everybody that was gonna wreck just wreck, and I basically tried to play dodgeball all night. And I mean, it worked out, but the race was hectic and crazy. It was a lot of fun.
What was your thoughts in those last few laps when you started seeing the top three guys dwindle? It went from Chad being wrecked out, Costarellos being wrecked out, to the disqualification to Caldwell. What was your thoughts during that time? You're like, hey, do I have a shot at this? Or was it like, just get to the finish of the race, just get to the finish of the race?
And just get to the finish and stay clean.
All right. Well, before we let you go, is there anybody you would like to thank?
Yeah, I'd like to thank you guys for broadcasting and Cody for putting this race on. It was kind of a mess, but it was a blast. Like, we should definitely do more dirt races.
Alrighty, well, congrats on P2, and thank you for your time.
Thank you, guys.
All right, that was Preston McRae, driver of the number 53 machine out there. Let's go ahead and bring in our third place finisher, Chad Edwards. Chad, you finished third. You pretty much just dominated the race. Ultimately coming up just short. Kind of walk us through what happened there from your perspective.
Caldwell's an idiot, essentially. Like, that's it. Like, he dove by me, he wrecked me, and then got all pissy whenever someone did a slide job in front of him. Like, I'm glad to get P3, but like, what the heck, man? I'm frustrated, so I don't know why. Guess it was important to him, but happy to walk away with P3, but very, very frustrated still.
Yeah, you were controlling that race throughout most of it. You did a great job. I'm sorry for what happened. You Costarellos, Caldwell were definitely making this a really interesting race at the front.
Yeah, wish we could have actually raced instead of wrecking each other, but it would have been fun. Like, I don't know, man. Frustrated, so definitely frustrated. But it was a fun race. Like, I know we had some issues here. I think it's supposed to be a couple extra laps longer and stuff. There was some beta issue, or the UI issues that put some kinks in it. But overall, Cody put on a great event, and I appreciate all the effort that he put into this. So I'm happy to walk away with P3 and appreciate Galaxy admins and Cody putting this on.
Yeah, thanks for coming out, man. Heck of a finish, heck of a race.
Yeah,
Thanks.
All right, and actually, lastly, before we let you go, do you have any shout-outs you'd like to give?
Oh yeah, I just appreciate the high side guys again. Let me race with them, practice with them. Get used to the track. We did a lot of practice in the past week or so, and appreciate everyone giving me the chance to run with them.
Alrighty. Well, congrats on third place, and thanks for the interview.
Yep, thanks.
That was Chad Edwards, who finished P3. So let's go ahead and bring in our race winner, Alonso Chicano. Alonso, do you have a copy? Still nothing. It appears we are having a little bit of issues. doesn't appear that it is on his end. He is here, but all right,
Hello?
Alonzo Chicano, you got a copy?
Yeah, I do.
Alrighty, well, first of all, before I start, I want to give a shout out to Andre Grand Bush for telling me what I was doing wrong there. So shout out to him. So now we have Alonzo. So Alonzo, you know, I'm pretty used to speaking with you in the JCTV booth. So first of all, congrats on the win. I wasn't sure if you'd be able to get it done without a front wing.
Yeah.
I don't really know much about these sprint cars, but what was it like driving that car without that front wing out there?
It was scary. And first of all, I just want to say, I just want to apologize to Brett because I did not mean to get into him on the last lap. This thing was a handful to drive, and I probably shouldn't have been out there driving it, but I was just trying to keep it straight, and he got on the outside of me. And obviously, I would have been fine finishing second in this event because with this wrecked car. So I feel really bad for getting into Brett, but yeah, this thing was definitely a handful.
Yeah, it looked like a handful out there for you, but you were able to get it done. What was there anything going through your mind kind of when Caldwell got disqualified from the race and Jimmy Costarellos, he had a lot of damage, so he wasn't going to be up front. What kind of was playing through your mind there?
Well, I mean, just running third and fourth, like behind them, I was like, dude, like how is this happening? And then they just all started just wrecking each other, and Cam got disqualified, and then all of a sudden I was first, and I was like, okay. It was only a 1-lap shootout, and I was hoping I had enough speed to get there. And yeah, rest is history. But it was I definitely was not expecting it. This is actually my first ever race in these cars. Like my first ever laps in these cars were like made like 30 minutes before the race started. So yeah, it's weird.
Well, I pointed out earlier in the broadcast that Jimmy Costarellos is one that you can really put in any vehicle that has 4 wheels and an engine, and he can make it go fast and compete for wins. But, you know, I've noticed you are able to really do the same thing as well. And with only, what you said 30 minutes of practice, that's pretty incredible.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, just got on like at 7 o'clock, a little after 7, and started practicing, starting to get used to this car, and just trying to make the best of it. Really, at the end of the day, I was just going out there to have fun and try not to wreck anyone, and it ended up being way better than I thought. Might have to do some of these in official, get started in dirt oval.
Well, Ryan, do you have anything for Alonzo?
Yeah, well, we know you're good friends and teammates with Cody Burd. How important it is to you to put on a show, to participate in one of his events, and get a win for him here tonight?
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm his friend, and just going out here and supporting him, and also him letting me drive, and to be able to drive here with all like everyone here, is great. So it means a lot to be able to support him, and I mean, this is fun. This is a lot of fun. So it's a win-win, I think.
All right.
All good, Josh?
Okay. Yeah. Before we let you go, any shout-outs you'd like to give?
I'd like to just thank you guys for streaming this and commentating and putting on a great show. Yesterday's race on iRock, it was actually Cody that was streaming and broadcasting it, and made me appreciate you guys a little bit more and seeing how good of a job you guys do. No offense to him, but yeah, I appreciate you guys, and also, well, thank you for Cody for putting this on, um, and everyone watching.
Alrighty, well, congrats on the big win, and we'll see you out there next time.
All right, see ya.
That was the race winner, Alonso Chicano. I'd like to do one more interview here, and it is not going to be one of the drivers from the top 5. It is actually going to be Mr. Cody Burd himself, the creator and the promoter of the Burd Bowl. Cody, do you have a copy?
Yep, got a copy.
All right. Well, Cody, first of all, I just want to thank you for putting on such a great event. It was fun to watch. I'm sure it wasn't quite what you wanted, but this was a good one to see. First of all, about the prizes. There were some prize money. Was prize money on the line? Can you kind of go over that and who won what?
Yeah, absolutely. So Alonso won the 50 for winning. Preston McRae got second, so he gets the $20. $10 is going to Chad Edwards for third. Matthew Gaskins ended up getting the hard charger, and we will have a vote tonight and tomorrow for paint scheme.
Alrighty, well, what was kind of your take here for the first ever Burd Bowl?
I honestly wish it was a better race. Unfortunately, I got put behind the 8 ball early on. The beta UI ended up messing me up, giving me not any of the settings I set, and once we were in there, it can't change it. I wish the racing was a little cleaner. I did say going into that, anybody that causes 2 cautions that I see will get disqualified, and I had to adhere to that no matter who. So that's unfortunate for Cam Caldwell. But other than that, I thought the middle parts of that race were very good. There was a lot of slide jobs that were clean early on. So hopefully we can put on a second annual Burd Bowl here in the near future.
Alrighty, well, that was a good one. I was happy to broadcast it for you, and definitely looking forward to seeing if there's going to be another one and being able to watch that.
Yeah, me too. Thank you for broadcasting. Much appreciated. And hope you guys have a good rest of your night.
You as well. Thank you. And that was Cody Burd, the promoter of the Burd Bowl. So, Ryan, what was your take on that? I mean, it was very action-packed. A lot of action going on.
Very action-packed. A lot of tempers started to flare, and towards the end of the race, I liked seeing the fire in some of these competitors, even in a non-points race. But there's money on the line, and people go crazy for money, man. People go crazy.
Yeah, that is for sure. When you do put money on the line, there is a lot more heart that goes into these races than others. Yeah, I don't know really what to say. It was a good race. For what we had. Alonso Chicano taking the win. Something we're used to seeing on JCTV. Yeah, I thought this was pretty good. My first really taste of some dirt racing myself. So I'm think it'd be interesting to get into watching or broadcasting some more of these dirt races. But I think that's about to wrap it up for us, Ryan. Let's go ahead and do the race rundown. Alonso Chicano finishing first. Preston McRae second. Chad Edwards. Tough night for him, but he's going to get third. John Dulaney fourth. Randy Drumhiller fifth. The hard charger qualifying 16th and finishing 6th rather is Matthew Gaskins. 7th goes to Brett Bennett. 8th, Jimmy Costarelos. 9th, Brandon Pierce. 10th, Mr. Consistency, Kevin Steele. 11th, Dave Fuge Jr. 12th, Tim Rail. 13th goes to Ryan McDaniel. 14th, Bryson Hicksonball. Bryce Hoffman finishes 15th. Cody Burd, 16th. Cameron Caldwell, 17th. And Adam Benefiel finished 18th. Ryan, any last words?
First of all, thanks for having me as a commentator. It was a pleasure being in the booth with you tonight. We saw some great racing, saw some tempers flare, and had a heck of a finish tonight.
Alrighty, well, that'll do it from us here at JCTV. Thank you to Cody Burd for hosting this and allowing us to be the commentators of this race. Thank you, Ryan, for commentating with me. Congrats to Alonzo Chicano once again, Preston McCrae, and Chad Edwards on their prize finishes. So that'll do it here from the virtual Eldora Speedway. Thank you once again, and stay safe out there. Take care.